Hi heathens. So you might be looking at me and wondering why I'm starting a video with like eyeshadow on and one eye of concealer, and it's because I thought I was filming and I'm not. So what you missed was that I used the Simpsons X Revolution palette to do my eyes. Didn't realize that I had a dirty brush when I tapped into the first brown, so it came out red, so I used the red in the palette, or the burgundy in the palette, to complete the eye look. I used the Item Beauty Air Hug Concealer under my eyes and was in the middle of blending it out when I realized that I wasn't filming, because I went to show you that I have really bad fine lines right under my eye. So this concealer is going to crease because I accidentally used too much. And then I realized there was nothing recording. So rather than take it all off, because I have places to be, and by places to be I mean errands to run, I'm going to just get back into it. So I'm taking this concealer pretty much all around my eye and over my face. Got it a little higher up into my eyeshadow than I would have liked just then, but that's okay. It's barely noticeable. But I used a little bit more of the concealer than I meant to, because I forgot how full coverage this concealer is. And I literally took like the smallest dot right here and right there, which you could see on this eye, and it was still way more than anticipated. So I did prime my face with the First Aid Beauty Coconut Skin Smoothie Priming Moisturizer, and so that is going to be like my base. And then I'm going to go in now with the Wonder Beauty Nude Illusion Liquid Foundation. Let me give it a little shake. Ooh, a little liquidy because it's just been sitting for a minute, and this room gets pretty warm during the day. I'm hoping I can still use this, because this is a liquidy foundation, but not that liquidy. So I might have to rely on setting it, because as I was saying earlier, which you don't know about because it didn't film, it's gonna be like 85 degrees outside when I go outside, and I don't want all of this to melt right off of my face. So I picked a foundation that, let me put the brush out of my hand, that usually has pretty decent staying power. And I'm hoping that that will allow it to, you know, stay despite the heat. And I'm hoping that my oils don't act up too much and cause it to literally just melt off my face while I am out and about, because that would just be unfortunate. I am a little sad that you don't get to see my eyeshadow mishap, because that was very fun. The moment that I realized that the dark brush that I was using actually had some red in it still, and I had to change course, because usually I am not very good with just going with the flow. I tend to be a very anxious person, and when plans change, it spikes my anxiety a little bit. Putting a little bit more on this side before I go in with the other side, so I can get right up here under my eye where that concealer is very, very bright. But with makeup, since it doesn't really matter, it's more of a go with the flow thing. Now, I did get a little upset when I found out I wasn't filming, because, as I said, I have places to be, I have things to go do, and then things to do when I get home. Like, I have a load of laundry sitting in the dryer that needs to come out, a new load that needs to go into the washer. So I really didn't want to have to start this all the way over. So thankfully I wasn't too far in, because otherwise you would have never seen any part of this video, because I would not have redone it. I'm going to make sure I get enough up under my eye. Because there comes like a point in time where it's like, it's not even worth you know, trying again. Like, I'm not gonna take off a whole face of makeup that I just put on to re-put it on. You know what I mean? I would have either found something else to film, or I would have filmed later with obviously something else anyway. But I would have just kept my makeup on and gone to run my errands. Like, you can see so much of this concealer up in my eye. It's ridiculous. And we are creasing so bad already. This is why I don't like wearing concealer. I don't know how people do it and don't immediately crease. Like, hello. There is a little fuzz. Okay. Like, can you see? Let me bring a little more light on under my eyes. Such a shame. Okay, I'm gonna take this brush, go in with a little setting powder, and try to set under my eyes. I'm making sure there's nothing on this because it has a bit of a pink tint, which leads me to believe that at one point I used this for blush, but nothing's coming off onto my arm. So we should be good. I'm gonna tap into my Ciate London Extraordinary just translucent powder. I thought it was called something else for a second. That's why I hesitated. And I'm just going to take some of this on the top of the brush and set my under eyes. Because I feel like even when I set my under eyes, it does not stop the creasing. This foundation looks like it might be a shade too dark actually somehow. And I don't know how, unless I've lost some of the color in my skin, because I've definitely worn this foundation before and I don't feel like it was this far off at that time. But I'm going to be doing something a little different today that I don't usually do, which is using some bronzer. This is the JCat Beauty Golden Soleil Baked Bronzer. And I'm just going to take a like fluffy wide brush and we are just going to take that down my face. Everything's trying to run away and I don't appreciate it. I'm going to be getting, if the Dairy Queen near us is open, because they've been kind of hit or miss since, you know, the virus started. I'll be getting us some blizzards. If not, I'm going to swing by Sonic and get us something. But I'll have to do that, like, on my way back so that it doesn't melt in the car. Yeah, that's manageable. Alright, now for... let's go ahead and do mascara, actually. I'm going to be using the Wander Beauty Mile High Club mascara. And we're just going to throw that on. I'm still going to put some inner corner highlighter on, don't worry. I didn't do it earlier because I knew I was going to be putting concealer on. And I didn't want to put an inner corner highlight and then accidentally put concealer in it. That would not have been good. How do I keep getting eyelashes all over me? Oh my god, there's a fly. Another eyelash on my nose. This foundation, speaking of my nose, is sitting a little heavy on my nose for some reason. Doesn't look quite as heavy everywhere else. But on my nose, I don't even know if it's going to pick up. It's it's just, I don't know. Like, it doesn't necessarily look bad, but it looks like if it continues like this, then in a couple hours it will look bad. So, one of the things I have to do today is clear out, I think I've been talking about this for months, even on my channel, because I know I've been talking about doing it for months, and I think I've mentioned it before, but clearing out our, like, cup and mug cabinet, because we have so many that we just don't use, and I've got, from a long time ago, so many, like, cheap plastic, like, I mean, most water bottles are plastic, but, like, the cheap ones that are, like, you know, you get from Dollar Tree. I've got a lot of those that I need to discard because they're just not worth keeping anymore. I just never go up into that cabinet, so I never get to them. But I have a few that need to be put away, and in order to do that, I have to clear space. Now we're going to go in with highlighter, and I'm going to be using the Too Faced, what is this called? What is this called? It's the Diamond Light highlighter, and this is like Canary Light or something. It's like a multicolored highlighter. I almost never use this, so I figured now would be a good time to use it. It has a very interesting, like, color shift. Look at that. So explain to me why I never use this. It does not swatch the best, I will say that. So, like, when I first got it, I was like, I don't really see the appeal here, because it swatches strange depending on, like, what part of it you touch, but it's gorgeous. Go ahead and put some on my Cupid's bow, and then I'm going to grab a different part of it to really build up right over there. Okay, so for inner corner highlight, I'm not using that, but because this look took an accidental pink turn, I'm going to use the Morphe and Desi Danger highlighter in Desi Danger. Thought it had a different name, but it does not. I'm just going to take a little bit of this on my pinky and tap that into my inner corner. And then, I did not think of lipstick. Don't judge me. Listen. I had everything else planned out. I'm going to go ahead and put on some setting spray. This is the Ciate London Everyday Vacay while I think about what I want to put on my lips. Did I use a lot? Yes. Was it necessary? Probably not. But it feels so good. Okay. I think I want to go for a neutral because there's a lot going on color-wise, because my highlighter has like a blue shift. Ooh, I forgot what shades I got in this. No. I had some new, oh gosh. No. I had some new lipsticks, but they're all like kind of kooky colors. Something like I was trying to say cookie cutters. Kooky colors, like blue and purple and black. I don't think any of those would really go with this look. So I'm gonna get into this little small drawer I have back here that has like little mini lipsticks, and we're gonna use the Too Faced Melted Matte in Queen Bee. It's like a pink nude. I actually really like this shade. If anyone has a good dupe for this shade, let me know. Like drugstore dupe. yeah, I think that goes literally perfect with this eye look. So let me show you up close the finished look. Get a close up of the foundation here. And that is it. Let me know your thoughts down below. Sorry about the weird intro. I tried to get the whole video in, but you know, technology. Anyway, thumbs up if you enjoyed, subscribe to see more of my content, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.